I mean, I have 4 kids, and I have older kids, 37, 32, 6, 4, so it's all in my face, and I don't really want to confront that stuff because I have an overactive imagination anyway, so it's always there. So you're like, do you want to do a movie about this? You go, nah, I'm good, but when this came up, the script was so well designed. Zach was so lovely when I met him, so real, and then I saw Barbarian. Barbarian was good. I called my daughter. I asked her if she'd seen Barbarian. She loved Barbarian. Her husband loved Barbarian. Every 20 and 30-something loved Barbarian, so it just, everything was pointing toward yes, yes, yes. So I dealt, and it was all there. I don't like dealing with that stuff, though. I don't, which maybe makes it more emotional, Even if it's not cosmetically emotional, there's something going on because it's not something I want to show up to work for, but I did for this one.
That end, the way that it ends, that while I was reading it, I was like, I had no idea where this was going to go. And I really was asking myself, like, how is he going to land this plane? Like, how is he going to pull this off where after everything we've been through, because there's so much that happens in every single story, how is this end going to feel not like anticlimactic? How is this going to finish in a way that feels strong? And it just does, because I think that particular story is the most personal, and I think that it just, it goes off the rails in a way that's just so exhilarating.
Every character breaks in some way. Every character is perceived in a certain way, and then every character breaks. So you have Alden's character who breaks, you have Austin's character, you have Julia, who's all over the place, pretty good teacher, and then what's revealed in her angst is her alcoholism or whatever it is. Whereas him, it's the way he treats his kid, and that he has this idea of being what it is to be masculine and not be so available and, treat his kid toughly and all that, and then he loses his kid. And then suddenly he's face to face with losing the thing he values the most, and he has to come to terms with that. And yeah, I think it's cool. It is a very raw thing, and I love knowing that it comes from Zach, who every character was based off, an aspect of the grief that he was feeling when he lost a friend of his. So what's usually treated in horror movies as a very cosmetic genre suddenly has depth and humor and absurdity and all this other stuff, which I think makes him very unique.
It's hyper creative, and I think that for me, that's what I'm the most excited to have people see, is something that is like a hyper creative movie.
I mean, he's new. He's done 1 film. Now he's done 2. You know what I mean? So, I've worked with people like Denis Villeneuve, who had done maybe 4 or 5 movies when I worked with him on Sicario, but I remember being reticent and saying, look, because you're just better off if you work with somebody who's a veteran and who's still passionate about the work, because that you have all this proof, but so with Zach, I think there was a little reticence in the beginning, but I liked him so much. I loved the design of his script. I liked his first movie. I loved that my daughter loved it as much as she did. All these elements, but you don't know. And then I saw the movie, and the movie was way better and I knew it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be solid, but the movie was elevated for sure.